How's it going, guys? Darth474 today, bringing another episode of Mod Mondays. Yes, this playlist is being renamed to Mod Mondays. That means there'll be a mod for you every Monday, in case you didn't get it from the title. Today we're bringing you an episode of Battlestar Galactica Fleet Commander. This is a total conversion mod for Homeworld 2 Classic. This is available on the Steam Workshop if you own the Homeworld 2 Remastered Collection, and it's also available on ModDB. So yeah, this is actually a really kind of special mod for me because I absolutely love Battlestar Galactica. I have the box set, I've watched it many times, and this mod is really good. It's done by Phoenix Interactive, so they're sort of known throughout the Homeworld modding community for having a certain layer of fineness and polish that they put on all of their mods. This is actually the final version for Homeworld 2 Classic, as they decided they were going to port it and update it to the more recent new engine version of the remaster collection, as it has a more powerful and stable engine, and they can basically just spend more time on higher res graphics, stuff like that. It should be really good. There is, I believe, some actual missions that you can do, but I find it's just generally more fun to just play against the AI, and the AI in this are really hard. I don't know whether they ramped up the difficulty since the last time I played, or I've just gotten really bad at the game, but they're mean, really hard. But that doesn't matter. It's a good fight if you want to put them on sort of, a difficult to see match, and you can also play from both the original series and the new series. It's really good. So if I start the game here, as you can see, it does even give you a warning that you need a pretty beefy PC, but I'm guessing by the fact that that loaded so quick, that doesn't really apply for me. The starting place for the colonies is Ragnar Anchorage, which I absolutely love. That's just so cool having that. That was from the pilot show, I think, was Ragnar Anchorage, and it's so cool. And if you zoom in, you get both of the different types of Viper, which is just, they look tiny, and you can zoom all the way in, and they're actually still quite, nicely high-rendered graphics. They're quite, high poly models, and if you go over to the Viper 2s, it's the same with them as well. And they do all the, you can actually do that when you watch them fight, and they do all the spins and tricks and stuff that they do in the actual show, which is really cool. But basically, this is sort of your generic, Homeworld 2 isn't really a generic sort of RTS, because Homeworld 2 does something that was really sort of innovative for the time. Don't forget that this game came out in 2002, so this game is 14 years old. But Homeworld did something really sort of interesting, and it actually did 3D space. So you can move, say if I wanted to get this refining ship up to move here, if I can actually, there you go. Only problem with it being in 3D space is the models are sometimes kind of difficult to click. So if I wanted to get him to move, say here, I would click, and then also I can move up, and I can change the direction of where he goes. So he'll go in that angle now, and he'll just move up to a slightly middle sort of bit for him to attack from, which is really useful because you can actually do it in strategies. I believe Sins of a Solar Empire does a similar sort of system, except you have much less control over it. And oh my god, the Cylons are on their way already. That's not good. But, I mean, even the Cylon Raiders have really nice high-quality models. They're so well-detailed and so good-looking that you forget this is actually a mod. It's really professionally done, and I'm probably not going to be able to hold this off for very long with 3 parties of Vipers. I should probably build some more. Let's build some Viper 2s, because, but it's a really interesting way of doing it, and the ships sort of work to the lore that they have in the show as well. So the Galactica, no shields, but lots of flak. If you turn it to its side, it can stop a barrage of missiles, and Galactica's more of a defensive ship in this, but it's really fun to use because you have to actually do strategies with it. But if you see what I mean, the ships do all of their spins and stuff, and it's all of the sounds are there. It's so cool to look at, and you can also call in heroes as well. So you can call in Starbuck, or oh cool, that's actually a missile. You can actually call in Starbuck, and one of the best things, it actually sounds like a Dratus map that they have in the show. It's really cool. So if I send in this wave of Mark 7s, not Mark 7s, Mark 2s, and all the audio is like sound bites from the show. It's really cool. I don't think I'll be able to use the music from this, unfortunately, so if that is the case, I shall have it edited out, and I shall put some non-copyright music over, because copyright is scary for a small YouTuber, but oh well. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go and download this mod, the link will be in the description. It's a really good mod. If you want a reason to get Homeworld, and you like sort of RTSs, and you like Battlestar Galactica, this is a really good option. And when I get to see some of the bigger ships, you'll sort of see that like there is actually a lot of work that's gone into the models. If I build 2 Firestars, I've actually put quite a bit of time into this mod, but it's just, like, when you zoom in like this, you can't actually see, because you sort of realise that they're actually so small. Like, you have to zoom in quite a long way to see them decently. But it's still a really, really cool, like, really nice way of doing it. And I love it. The only problem I have with Homeworld is I have a habit of losing my starting area. But I just love the fact that you get the Dratus sounds when you're in this. But yeah, 3D space game, like, 3-directional space. Really wasn't done until this thing came out, and then it sort of became a sort of standard. So not all of the models are super high textured, but let's just say the ones that matter are, so the Galactica, the Pegasus, all them kind of things are really high poly textured, and these subsystems. So you got the double heavy railgun. Those I believe is what the Galactica uses. The Galactica has a lot of them. Oh, we've got our first Cylon. We've got our first Cylon ship. The Cylon Patrol Star, I think. I don't think this was actually shown in the TV show much. This is sort of their sort of scout base. It's basically a scout version of the base star. It's smaller, has less guns, but it's faster. It's also a pain because it still has nukes. And the Cylons, if you put them on a difficulty higher than normal, they sort of produce these out of the arse, which gets kind of irritating, but it's, like I said, interesting to sort of fight. The AI works really well at finding a strategy to beat you. Like, even if you're on sort of standard difficulty, it can still be a bit of a pain if you're not paying attention. But yeah, you can get the epic construction, so you can recommission the Battlestar Galactica, which is really cool. So now, you can see there's heavy railguns firing off there. Oh, we've got 2 more patrol stars. They should be coming in with a strike star soon. But just, it's really cool because they actually use tactics from the shows as well. So, like, the Cylon base star will sit at range, because it is a very long range ship, and will basically nuke the ever-living crap out of you, which is not fun to watch, but it happens, and what are you gonna do? But there you go, you can see the heavy railguns firing there. It's really cool to watch. Oh, something just came in. The Defense Star, which is cool. This one's actually quite a high, nice quality model. Like, it's not as good as the, it's not as good as the Battlestars, and, like, you can see some pixelation when you zoom in, but it does the job. Like, you know that it's a colony ship, and there you go, one of our fire stars just went up. The explosions are really nice in this as well. This one has a bit more kick to it, so this won't be able to hold off 2 proto stars, so I probably should build another one of them. Oh yeah, I also set the resource start up a bit higher, so we started off with 60,000 of their in-games currency for like resources and stuff. I can't remember, it's IUs or something. Have I lost the... Oh god, that Firestar's going up. It's so nice just to watch, and also if you zoom over stuff when you go into this mode, I think it only does it on like the ship that's still in the show, so you get like the Cylon Raiders of it actually looks like a Dratus map. It's really cool. Did they just take out my mining ship? That's kind of AIDS. That's not fun. If I build you and take you over there, you see what I mean? They're sort of trying to nuke my ship. Because, like, they're trying to nuke Ragnar Anchorage, which is kind of annoying. There you go, another defense star out. See, they've noticed that I've got a powerful-ish ship out, so they're sort of diverting all of their attack strategy to take that out, which is good on them, but I don't think they're actually going to do it, because these patrol stars kind of pop quite easily, I think. The defense stars aren't great, though they don't have that much in the way of firepower. However, this thing right here does. that thing has a bit of a kick to it. It's quite nice. Also, one thing, if you're actually trying to research stuff, you don't click that. You don't click this, you click this little button here. That really confused me the first time I played. But yes, that's a thing. I think that's more of the Homeworld UI than anything else, but this is a very old game. The remastered collection fixes all of that, those issues, and I can't wait till this game comes out in the remastered collection, because, like, this already looks really good as it is. Like, there are some things that aren't, amazingly high poly models, but there are others that just look fantastic, like you're probably going to see in a minute when the Galactica comes out. But it's so worth playing this mod. Well, to be fair, any of the mods that Phoenix Interactive do. I mean, Phoenix Interactive do a Star Trek mod, I think. No, not a Star Trek mod, a Stargate mod. They do a Halo mod. There's also a Star Wars mod. That's not done by Phoenix Interactive, but that's also really good for Homeworld. There are a lot of good mods for Homeworld, and it's because this game is so old. Like, this game came out in 14 years ago. So this game has 14 years worth of mods, plus whatever comes out on the Steam Workshop for the remaster collection. And this is a very much loved game by the community, by people that wanted to play it. Just, here we go. And you will see what I said about really nice high quality models, because this thing looks amazing. Don't forget, this game is 14 years old. Like, yes, there is some pixelation, but it looks fantastic. It's such a nice high quality model. And there you go, the Galactica's flak cannons there, just in action. It's so cool. I didn't mean for you to attack that Galactica. I meant for you to go there. I sort of have a strategy of wait until the Cylons come to me, because, which is probably why I get killed quite a lot. Go down a bit further, please. Oh god, that was too far. No, was it? Yeah, that was way too far. You can also hyperspace in this, which is pretty cool to watch. I just want you to go down, preferably. I don't know. Escape. You guys can go and support Galactica. There you go. They should go down now. Yeah, the 3D space can be a bit finicky sometimes, but it's still really cool to use and use to its advantages. And you've just got all the sound bites from the show, and it just brings it to life, if you understand what I mean. Like, waves after waves of Cylon coming in, and then like having the Galactica and like the Mark 7 Vipers, and you can build like you've got the stealth star, which is I believe the ship that they made in I can't remember. I think it's Starbuck. Starbuck helped build that one. I think this is going into the show now. If you've not watched the show, then that doesn't really matter. There you go. We've got a shield star and 2 patrol stars coming in. I don't actually think they build base stars if you're in this difficulty, which kind of sucks, because the base star model's really nice. I want you guys to go over there. Ooh, okay, the Galactica's going ham on something over there, as it does. Can I build any new? I can. Let's build the Pegasus, because why not? You can also build the Battlestar Galactica, which is like, in the lore, it's the president of the colony's ship. That thing's basically a giant ass, yeah, I'm gonna kill you now gun, basically. It's quite fun. It doesn't have any shields, though. It also has a really nice high poly model as well. I want you guys to try and take these ships out, because you can do that, I believe. But just the Galactica's flak just goes down everywhere. It doesn't hold up against, what are they called? I can't remember. It doesn't hold up against base stars quite as well as it does protostars, because base stars missiles are just insane. Yeah, it can take on like 1 or 2 for a while, but if you've got any more than that, it will sort of like it can't put down enough flak down range fast enough. basically. It can't put in a flak down range fast enough. There you go. How many base stars are there? 1, 2, 3 base stars and a resurrection hub. Yeah, I can see what I mean about the base stars just sitting there and nuking everything. I can sort of see how this battle is going to go. If I can get the Pegasus out, possibly not. I'd like to get the Atlantia out, but I doubt that's going to happen. Also, one of the cool things is you can launch ships off of the Galactica, and they'll actually come out of the ship pod. See what? Hang on, Galactica, turn. Galactica, turn. Please turn, Galactica. It's being attacked from all sides, and that shield star can put down so many missiles. That's mad. Did not know that. Oh, come on. Nah, there you go. Galactica's going up. And boom. However, that's not the end of the Galactica, because you can just rebuild it if you want to. Which, I know kind of breaks the rules of how there was, like, supposedly, I think it's 6 Battlestars, but it's cool to have the Galactica. And there you go, you got the Battlestar Pegasus. That is still really, really good looking. And it even says Pegasus on the side. This thing is a beast, as it should be, because the Pegasus was like twice this, well, it was like 1.5 times the size of the Galactica. And this thing is a monster of a ship. In the show and in the game, because this can do some damage. Like, the Pegasus, like, just makes a hole and then just goes, yeah, I'm fitting through that. I don't care whether you don't want me to. The pathfinding is a bit of an issue, unfortunately, but it's a giant-ass ship, and I don't think the base game has anything as big as stuff like this, but, what are you gonna do? I really should. I've not even got Viper research yet because I don't use it. It's cool to watch the Vipers do stuff, but yeah, other than that, I have no idea what the Pegasus is doing. Breakdancing, it seems. What are you doing? Chicka 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 wop wop. Yeah, okay, that's not doing anything. I don't know what the Pegasus is doing. Yeah, I still think it's trying to have a rave. Pegasus, please move. I don't want to particularly die. Thank you. Go and engage that thing. Oh, don't do it again. Yeah, pathfinding can be a bit of an issue, but it's an old game. Also, getting this game to run, actually, if you're on an AMD card, can be a bit difficult. I shall, if you want me to, if you can't get this running, and you're running on an AMD card, let me know in the comments section below, and I shall post a video on how to get this working nicely. There you go. Welcome back, Galactica. Go and take that one out. That's great. You just joined my channel whilst recording a video. It's 10 out of 10 for me not using TeamSpeak properly. That was professional. Oh well. Just the rounds that this can put down range. I believe the Pegasus has shields, but I don't 100% sure. But that does insane amounts of damage. Like, that is mad how much damage that does. But unfortunately, it's getting nuked by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Cylon stars. That's not gonna go too well for the. I don't think that's gonna go too well for the Pegasus. Yeah, the Pegasus is about to go pop, I think. However, I think I'm building the Atlantia right now. I am not building the Atlantia right now. I should build the Atlantia right now. And the Pegasus is gonna go boom. Bye-bye, Pegasus. Still, really pretty explosions. Wow. You'd think that would do damage, but no. I just love how it just pings bits out. It just, like, I'm rejecting you now. I love the amount of flak that Galactica puts down just to stop missiles, as the way it does in the show. Because the missiles actually exist as... Oh, jeez. Yeah, the Galactica's not going to be able to stop that many missiles. The missiles actually exist as sort of pseudo-mini-ships. They have no AI other than to fly at stuff and explode. Which is why the Galactica sees them as, like, mini-targets, so it just sort of goes ham at them and blows them up. Which is nice. But, however, I love how there's just floating bits of Battlestar around everywhere. Gotta protect Ragnar Anchorage long enough for it to be able to build the Atlantia. Please stop, Galactica. Start laying down covering fire. Why are you not laying down covering fire? There you go. It takes a while to set up, but when it does it, it just stops them. Well, it stops most of them. However, I don't think that's going to be enough. This is going to be bad if Ragnar Anchorage goes up. I really need to build the Atlantia. I really wish they had a rush option. Like, oh, no, I don't want to lose this. No. Wow, the Galactica's taking some hits. Bye-bye. But that has no explosion. Okay, that kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, the Galactica now has to sort of defend against how many Cylons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars on its own. Yeah, the Galactica's good. The Galactica's not that good. Yeah, bye-bye Galactica. Oh well, this kind of didn't go too well for me. However, I shall end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time.